G'day there, welcome back to the Raeside. Good to have you here. I remembered to turn my mic on as opposed to yesterday's show where I totally forgot to do that hilariously and did the whole intro without you hearing it. But you can hear me now, hopefully. But we are back for day 2 of Celebration. This is going to be the recap show where we go over all the news and happenings from the day. We actually surprisingly do have a lot to discuss. We had the Ahsoka panel, which was an even further deep dive to the amazing trailer we got the day before at the Lucasfilm panel. We've had some Acolyte news come out. There's some High Republic stuff. There's more niche stuff, but I'm sure some of you will love to hear it. And we're going to get into all of that and more here today. It's going to be really exciting. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad if you're with me now. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're watching along. How are we all doing? Owen Lars is Thrawn? Yes, that's the breaking news. That's the breaking news of today. OJD in the chat. We got 3 masters. And 4. We got 4 masters of the Raeside High Council here today. How are you guys going? Hope you're doing well. Hey, Trohab. Hey, Bismo. So pumped for Ahsoka, right? Jace is in the chat. Texas is in the chat. Amazing. Dave H, how you doing? Oh, I almost missed it. Brad coming in with the $5 dues. Day 2. Thank you so much for your support, Brad. Appreciate that. Goes a long way. Hopefully I can buy a tripod that doesn't have to be held together by rubber bands. We'll see how we go. All right. Well, without further ado, let's not dilly-dally, shall we? Let's get into the news. There's a fair amount to cover today, and I'm sure we'll have lots of fantastic conversation around the points we've got to be talking about today. We'll kind of go chronologically of what was happening during the day. I think that's just the easiest way to do it. And the very first thing we have to talk about is the Ahsoka show. And because they had the Ahsoka panel, almost very first thing in the day. And they really gave us a lot of context, information about the show. And, you know, the show's only, what's it, April? What, like 4 months away? Four months away? So they know, obviously, a lot about it. And so there's lots to talk about. A couple of reveals, which is super exciting. So let's take a look. Let's head over to our news panel. Here we go. Look at that. I'm nailing these transitions as the days go on. So let's talk about the very first thing, which this is not chronological, but this is just the most interesting piece, is of course our discussion that we had yesterday and many people had been having of whose ears are those? We were right. Lars Mikkelsen, back as Thrawn. Look at him there. That's the cutest photo I've ever seen in my life. Look at his little hat. His little... What are they called? It's not a beret. What are those hats called? Like the hunting hat. Damn. He's so cute. Damn it. Oh, we've got now 5 masters in chat. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Oh, Brad, you're so nice, damn it. Oh. Thank you for your generosity, Brad. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Thrawn is king. It could be. That's actually, you know what? He's not coming back as Thrawn. He's coming back as Uncle Harlow. He's got long legs, doesn't he? He's got, you know what it is? He's got long legs, but a short torso. But that's okay. That's, you know. But that is interesting proportions, isn't it? Ben 10, we happy with this? A deerstalker hat? Is that what it's called? Newsboy cap? That's cute. That's a cute title. Lars Mikkelsen is newsboy hat. Oh, I had the video. Where did the video go? You might have seen this online, but I wanted to show you all I wanted to watch together. I'm probably going to tear up again. The video of him being revealed and him walking out on stage. I can't find the bloody... I knew I was missing something to show in the show, but I couldn't figure out what it was. It was this video. I'll share it in a minute, but let me know. Are you guys happy with Lars? I guess, you know, is anyone unhappy with Lars? You know what I mean? Hang on. I got the video. Oh my god. Thrawn is Harlow. Peaky Blinders hat, right? King Thrawn. It's hilarious. Ooh, I don't know. Is it like a lot? I'm assuming, Julie. Happy. Thrawn is back. That is right. Me too. Yes. Oh my god, that was so moving. But let's hang on. Let's shut the Raeside theme up. Let's take a look at this video. Here we go. So oh god. So there's another shot of this which I might share later. Of they starts to talk about Thrawn. Thrawn's in it. We got that shot of Thrawn, and then Dave. Just before this moment, Dave said, Thrawn, do you just want to meet him? And points to side stage. So that's what's happened just before this. And then this happens. Man, look at them erupting over him. That's awesome. Getting the love. You love to see it. It's so heartwarming, isn't it? So heartwarming. Look at his little walk, his little hat. He's so cute. We could just sit here and watch this like 20 times, right? I wanna do an impression of his little walk. Oh, he's so cute. But yeah, it's fantastic, of course. And like the thing is, I'm pretty like my opinion is they probably could have actually gotten someone that looked more like Thrawn. Like someone like a Benedict Cumberbatch that had like a longer head shape and those kinds of things. But I'm actually super happy that they did this because I think the Thrawn voice is something probably quite hard to replicate. Because he's British accent, but there's almost kind of like a Scandinavian bite to the kind of the back end of his words. Like Thrawn's voice is such a specific sound. And I feel like it would be quite hard to emulate for other actors. And I that would actually take me more out of it. Like I'd rather have him not look exactly like animation Thrawn and sound exactly like it than the other way around. You know what I mean? Like I would rather that than someone looking like Thrawn but not sounding like Thrawn. Does that make sense? Anyone get me there? Anyone get me? Oh, nice OJD. B coming in. Your humor and great attitude, always refreshing. Keep up the hard work and may the force be with you. Thank you so much for the $5 dues, friend. Thank you for supporting me here at the channel. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and I hope you are enjoying. It is doing well. Did I get the 2.5? I have been studying my subscribers for the past like 12 hours because I was on the cusp of 2.5k subs, which is insane. And I've hit it. Oh my god. I can't believe I realized it's live. Hang on, really? Let me just refresh. Damn, yeah. Oh man. Like there's never anything I can say to be just to show actually really how grateful I am for everyone being here. This is such fun. I love enjoying Star Wars with all you. We've had such great memories. We've cooked things. We've built things. We've watched things. It's been such a thrill. So thank you so much if you've been here since the start, pre 100 subs, or you were the 2,500th. Thank you so much, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. This has been awesome. Oh, thank you, Master Tim. Appreciate it. Love some foam, right? OJD, you're dreaming big. He's got to be great. Just the way he moves is like Thrawn. Yeah, physicality-wise, absolutely. Thrawnos. Oh my god, that's amazing. Dave saying it's heartwarming to see actors feel how much their portrayal of an animated character means to so many. Actually, oh god, I should have lined this up again. I always remember great things to bring up in the stream, but I never remember beforehand. Let me try and find it's when actually let's watch something. Let's watch something because I want to show you guys. I watched this in the live stream. It was when he was introduced, like on like the talky part, like the interview part afterwards. It was awesome. Absolutely, he already looks like more through. Yeah, you know what? You got a point there. You got a point there. Thank you, everyone, for the congratulations. Appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Sin City 2.5 and counting upwards and onwards. Thank you, Sin City. Thank you for your support, Master Sin. This is the Ray. Pretty pretty much at this point. I mean, I probably should have another job, but I'm just kind of committed at this point. All right, hang on. Give me 2 seconds. I want to find this part. I'll put the music back on because I want to find this part where Lars comes out for the panel. Here he is. Okay, all right. We're gonna watch a little bit of this together because it's just so awesome. And actually, it's applicable to the conversation right now. Okay, all right. You all ready? The Lars side, right? This is the Lars side. I do. If you head down to the description down below, my merch link is down there. Merch drop coming very soon, very imminently, actually. I'm just gonna confirm a date. They're all there ready to go, but yeah, some more designs are on the way, but a bunch of my Planet series is available now if you want some merch from the Raeside. So go check it out. Link down below in the description. All right, let's take a look over here. We're gonna shift our eyes to the screen. Well, you're already looking at the same screen, so it's kind of okay. Oh God! Oh no, it's still going. Hang on.
Oh! Are y'all having fun?
Hey, God7. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, get ready for this one. Back in the days of the Clone Wars,
So we'll just watch a couple minutes of this because Lars speaks about his experience about Thrawn, and it's just awesome. So we'll just watch a couple minutes of this. Stay tuned. We'll keep talking about all the other news in a minute.
Next guest voiced the Mandalorian Gar Saxon.
Fun fact, yeah. Ray Stevens voiced Gar Saxon.
But that doesn't mean Ray Stevenson can't come back to Star Wars and play another character in live action. And he's coming out with someone else who was presumed missing from animation and is now returning in live action as Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Look at that reception.
From the new Disney Plus series Ahsoka. Give a warm Star Wars celebration welcome to Ray Stevenson and Lars Mikkelsen.
I hope this is the Ahsoka soundtrack because this song's cool. Look at it. Look at his little hat. God, it's so cute. Look at his little hat. Thor Thunder in the chat. Hey, friend. Long time no see. Is this too blastingly loud for everyone? Look at his little hat. It's so cute. I'm gonna die. I've seen this, but I'm like just as amazed.
Well. The heir to the Empire, is it?
He's so smiley. I think it's funny because it's just
I can't deny that. Yep.
This must be
he's so wired. It's
so
hilarious.
fun for the two of you to have started an animation and be with Star Wars and part of the family for so long and see these characters make this transition. How's it been for you this week?
I have to admit that I got the call to do the voice for Gar Saxon, and it was
Ray Stevens talks for a second here, so let's just. I feel mean.
You know what I was going to expect.
I feel mean.
Oh yeah, English. The first time that they handed it to me. Provide.
Oh no, I'm not ready.
Provide.
Why can't I find this part?
Yes, Ahsoka and I go at it quite strong a couple of good times in the series. Ooh. And she's a powerhouse to work with, of course.
Powerhouse.
But getting to wield the lightsaber is just the best feeling in the world.
That's cool, though.
The first time that they handed it to me for the camera test,
we'll get the last stuff is so good. Let's just wait 2 seconds.
I'm sorry. No, everybody does.
Look at him sitting there.
You spend over 40 years of your life making the noise. You can't just stop making the noise all at once.
I know. But you have to stop it during filming.
Sure. But can't they just digitally pull that out? What is Island doing if they're not doing that?
Let's get to the juicy part. Come on.
Now let's talk, Lars, about the transition into Thrawn in live action.
This is so good. Look at him just taking it in.
Everybody's our favorite sneaky
He's
blue
sneaky.
son. Our
He
favorite sneaky
couldn't
blue son.
hear him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
couldn't hear
He's a
him.
character that is wildly loved
Yeah.
and has such a long history to him.
Yeah.
Tell me what it was like to
Yeah.
first be approached
Yeah.
for Rebels and now to be
He's so
here
funny.
doing it again in Ahsoka.
Well, I mean, Rebels is it 5 or 6 years ago? I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
So okay, already, like I'm just so shocked about like how much his just speaking voice is Thrawn. Like I thought he would have like put on a bit more, but like his voice is like literally just it's Thrawn speaking.
When I got approached by Dave for that, I didn't really know what that entailed. I mean, how much work was that?
I love that.
Going to be?
Dave
And-
just
but throughout
conscripted
having done
and
that,
tell him.
the character came more and more to life for me, at least. Yeah, and we just hit it off over the Skype thing. You know, I
Over
just
the Skype.
immediately felt that connection because he's such a brilliant man.
Yeah.
And he just loves the creativity that we can provide. In terms of what the character was about, I mean, there's so many layers to that villainous character in a Sherlockian way. Yeah,
That's a great
He's-
quote. I've seen that around.
he's so much smarter than
It's
me.
true. He's like a Moriarty. He's pretty much Moriarty. Star Wars
So-
Moriarty.
So when I needed to do the transition into this, we had to think, you know, how do we do this? How do we, you know, transition this into live action? Because you can't really just adapt and do the same thing. But we've done as much as the same thing as we can, but adapted it.
That's smart.
Nice.
Great answer.
Did you ever think? Did you ever think when you got into acting and performing that a single shot of the back of your head
Which is
would
true. We
cause
sat here.
such a
We sat here
huge
yesterday.
reaction in people?
No, no, I had no idea. I'm, you know, I live in Denmark. It's a very small country. I think we could all be in here, actually.
He's so
In
good.
many ways, this is it's mind blowing for me, and the love that I've been met with today is just.
Like the way he gets emotional. Oh, dude, like that's my like kryptonite. Like Star Wars actors getting gratitude, like appreciation. Look at him, just absorbing. And then Ray Stevens gets up for some reason, but anyway. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's I just want to just talk about that moment. This is just
It
awesome.
sounds so cliche.
They have a
when-
very
when we-
they have a really interesting conversation. They talk about Ahsoka a bunch, and they talk a little bit more about Thrawn's character. Oh, it's good. Hey Ben, how you doing? Right. I truly believe Lars is overwhelmed of what Star Wars and him playing Thrawn live action means to so many. I don't think an actor would realize his or her popularity until you're in the room with Star Wars fans. Yeah, true, true. Like, because especially if you're not that active on social media. I don't know if Lars is, to be honest. You know, if you're really not in it, you know, there's not people just walking down the street. But, you know, at something like this, it would be so overwhelming, wouldn't it? But it's just so awesome to where he just has that moment. And you just see it, like, you just see it happen. Like, he was going to talk about,
Yeah, actually. So
You know.
in many,
yeah.
yeah, actually. So
You just see it
in many
dawn on
ways,
him?
This is it's mind blowing for me, and
When he starts to talk about it, he's
the
just
love
looking at the
that
people.
I've been met with today is just.
Like, look, like he's lost for words. Look at his face. Look at his face. Oh, man, I could rewatch that 1,000 times, man. This is so awesome. Yeah, he's got to be so good. Jay says he's happy for they're happy for him. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always good for actors to receive appreciation. I get it right. Absolutely. Yeah, the interviews yesterday was so good. Do you think the Thrawn effects will be practical or CGI? I don't know. I saw a leaked photo of what he does look like as Thrawn. I actually can't tell if it's like, I don't know, like like a contact, like a red contact for his eyes, or if it's CGI. I can't tell. It'll be interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Some of these interviews are just so emotional. Anyway, what the hell? Stop crying, Hannah, on stream. Let's talk about other Ahsoka news. The other thing, the world looks down when she takes interview stage response. Oh, that one's good. Actually, while we're here, while I've got it up, actually, before we move into the other news, where is he? Here he is. Here he is. It's before he takes his hat off.
The costumes are just a t-shirt. I love how much you put into it. It means so much to me. All in.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of these. I've never seen so many people. And I'm just looking. Literally, I'm just like looking. I get emotional. I'm looking at all your faces and all the things you do to make this all possible. And I'm trying to like commit it to memory and just know that I see you guys and the variety of people that we have as Star Wars fans is a part of what makes it so beautiful that you come in costumes or just a t-shirt. I love how much you put into it. It means so much to me. I don't want to, because I get it. Like, I really get it. John gets it. If I wasn't sitting here, I swear to God, and people say it, and I think we all know, but I would be out there. I've been out there. I appreciate the effort you make just to be here with us. And just let me say that. And thank you so much for supporting the work that I've been a part of and through Star Wars all these years and these characters, and to have them in live action, it doesn't happen, without you supporting it for all this time and wanting it. I get to do these great adventures with John and everybody else because of that support, and it's a real privilege. So thank you.
When he takes off his hat. John, lol.
I mean, I think that's something. I think that's something that we all feel. I think that's something that we all feel coming off of everything that you've all been working on for so long. Is we know how in touch you are, and we know how much.
That's the thing. Like, he's just so
I mean, if anything, I feel
understanding.
Like Ahsoka, like you're saying, is such a show that represents that reciprocal relationship. Because the love for Ahsoka from the fans.
It's a special time because after Revenge of the Sith, I don't think any of us knew what was going to go on.
True.
Anyway,
God, should we just sit here and weep all day? Oh man, I need a damn tissue. My God, God. Woo. Also, I had to get the tissue because I've got Star Wars tissues. Trying out Star Wars me. I've got Star Wars tissues. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's go back to chatting. Anyway, interesting. Hey, should Star Wars movie and shows tier list. Oh, you know what? I was just talking about that with the Race Squad earlier. I think I will. Great idea, Gamebot Productions. Yeah, it was good. Filoni is the Ray. Ray is the Filoni. Group hug. I feel like we should have a group hug right now. That'd be nice. Anyway, let's talk. There's so many exciting things from the Ahsoka show. So of course, the panel was opened by John and Dave. I don't know if I have a photo. I don't think I have a photo. Opened by John and Dave, and then Rosario joined with Chopper, which was awesome. And then we'll just put that on the screen just for fun. Joined by Natasha Bordizzo, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Sabine and Hera. They were awesome. They were really, really cool. That was great to see them come out. And then obviously Ray Stevenson. I forget her name, but the actress that plays Shin, Balin, is that his name? Balin's apprentice in the show as well came out. And they all had just great things to talk about, the combat of the show and, how hardworking everyone was on the show, which is, obviously what you want to hear. With a Jedi-led show, you want action and you want detail and you want, you want perfection with it. So it sounds really good. It sounds really, really good. Jeff Snyder was saying post-Dave's movie, sounds like he'll be their Lucas is their intent, so he's going to keep moving up and up. Yeah, I hope so. I really hope that is his trajectory. I hope that. Absolutely. I don't know where you can watch the Acolyte trailer. That's a good question. I don't know. It was the only one I noticed who mentioned George Lucas. Yeah, he did. Actually, that was a good point. He did talk a lot about George Lucas at this. And who really kind of credited, with the creation of Ahsoka. He did talk about how it was like him and Dave's created this character and built her up, and just, the lineage of what her character has been is, she was created like almost 20 years ago, and we're still, and then she's getting a show today, or well, not today, but this year. Natasha Liu seems to be a right fit for the role of Sabine. I think she's she is. Oh my god, I found out she's Australian and it blew my mind. She's in Sydney too. I'm like, oh my god, I have to go find her. When she comes back from Celebration, I'm going to try not to be a stalker though, but I want to find it at something. She is awesome. Awesome. What else happened at the panel? 8 episodes. 8 episodes. That is confirmed for the series. I put a poll up on the channel a little earlier, about yesterday morning or something. What people think of the 8 episodes, and 8 episodes, 53%. We've got there's 365 votes, and 53% of that it says that's too little, but 46% says it's just right. So almost split there, down the middle. But let me know in the chat right now, what do you think of the 8 seasons? Too little? I wouldn't ask if it's too much, because who wants less Star Wars? But is it too little, or is it just right? Let me know. 8 is not enough unless we get 20 seasons. That seems like an appropriate answer. Absolutely. 8 episodes, and it is called season 1. Yes, it's not like series. What do they call it? What do they call it? Like, what was the Kenobi series called? It was like a special event series or something. It was something. What's it called? I don't know. But yes, season. So definitely sounds like there's going to be a season 2. Absolutely. I'll do you one. I'll do you a solid. I'll do that. Seth coming in the chat. I met Ashley X-Line and Matt Lanter on Friday. Matt Lanter randomly dropped in whilst I was talking to her, and I'm still in shock and will be for a while. Wow, that is so cool. That is amazing. What a special moment. That's phenomenal, Seth. That's such great news. I love that. 8 episodes is okay if they use the time right. I'm sure it'll be a 2 or 3 season arc. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I think 8 is the sweet spot. I think 12 is, for some reason, too much time. I can't explain it, but it's just too much time. 8. Oh, I thought maybe even 10, to be honest. Maybe 10 episodes. But I'm happy with 8. Darth Zamasu saying not enough. Troha. Watch it. Yeah, but that really worked for like the short and like I wish Bad Batch is quite long. Bad Batch is 16. Like it works for the animated series, I think. The breakdown on vote sounds like 10 would be perfect. Yeah. Actually, that's good. Yeah, 10 does sound like the perfect number. Limited series. That's what I was going for. Thank you. God. I think we're getting really close to adaptation to the Heir to the Empire. The Ahsoka show will probably set up some story arcs, and then Dave's movie will have Luke be the protagonist against Thrawn. That'll be cool. I would love to see a de-aged Luke Skywalker back in here. I thought the improvements they made of the Luke Skywalker CGI from Mando Season 2 to Book of Boba Fett. Let's not get into that discussion. But just the improvements between those two things. Very good. Very, very good. My God. Looked amazing. Looked so good. Filoni's stories where he thought the guys were in the next room pranking during the call from Lucas Studios epic. Good. What? I don't know that stories. I don't know that story. It says amazing. Yeah, exactly. Watch it, little my plan to, right? Sean gets it. 23 would be too thick, right? Too thick. You get it. Sin City, I like 12 plus for the Ahsoka show and 3 to 6 for the Reva show starring Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, you speak in riddles. I love you, Sin City. That's awesome. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think mega fans would definitely want more. I want more, but I think I'm like confident in with 8. I wish it was 10, but like if I was like I don't even care, just put Ahsoka on the screen, I'd say like 50 episodes. I did say Luke Ahsoka, didn't I? I would never imagine Star Wars in this state 10 years ago. It's blossoming, and we're witnessing it. Yeah, actually, I was talking to I was talking about this. My parents, oddly, I was explaining it. They were like, oh, you know, they knew I had all this Star Wars information coming at me this weekend. Like, oh, you know, how's it going? You know, you're happy with everything and da da da. And I said, guys, like, if I could go back to my 10-year-old self and say, in 13 years' time, we will be getting a TV show about your favorite character, about Ahsoka. You know, back then, that was like season 3 of the Clone Wars. I don't know. I would just love to tell my younger self that. It's insane that, you know, yeah, where we at now. They are wasting 1 episode out of 8 right now. So to me, 8 is fine. What do you mean? What? What do you mean, Brad? I mean, they are. What? That's true. That's true. I get you. What's the next thing? Kevin Kiner. Back to... I forgot we're doing a show. Kevin Kiner is to compose for the series, which is really, really exciting. He obviously composed for Clone Wars and Rebels. So I think it's a great decision to bring him back for this show. Definitely, you know, actually there's multiple of them. Kiner's plural. But, you know, they are fantastic in understanding the Ahsoka character. And Star Wars in general, they did a lot of work on the Bad Batch as well. They're fantastic composers. That's just great news. Great news that they're just supporting this show so much. The other piece, there's 3 more pieces of juicy info we got here. Dave Filoni spoke in the panel talking about how he approached bringing Thrawn to live action, how he approached, you know, just the portrayal of this character. And he talked about the Timothy Zahn. He actually spoke with and has met with Timothy Zahn in kind of consultation of how to construct this character in live action. You can, you know, it's been in a book, it's been in animation, and it makes sense that both of those people, Timothy Zahn and Dave, you know, kind of come together. And I think that's just like a really big step of confidence in just seeing, you know, how we know how great Dave is, but, you know, how seriously he's taking it, how, you know, live action isn't his forte. This is not where he started, but he's doing all the right steps to make this an amazing show and make Thrawn just a really well fleshed out character for this show. It's going to be so exciting. Currently with Mano and Boba, I'm less inclined to root for more episodes. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Larold coming in with a $5 dues. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate the support. Goes a long way here at the channel. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh, we'll get to that, Timothy. I do agree. The other piece of news, David Tennant coming out as Huang. I think it's Huang. Huang, the droid, the Kyber crystal helper droid from Clone Wars. He's coming back in to obviously live action. He was in the trailer, and David Tennant is voicing him. I actually didn't know that was David Tennant. Did you guys know? Did you guys know? Good. I don't because that wasn't streamed. That was just reported upon. So I think, the direct talk about it. What's that other one? Like this discussing film, I think that Twitter account. They're very reputable, just news sources. So they all reported on that. Dave talking about talking and consulting with Timothy Zahn, which I discovered. Where is it? So my brother is a big has read all the Star Wars books, and he gave them all. I actually have the Thrawn book. I've just never read it. I've never read it, and geez, talk about thick. That's a thick boy. But I definitely want to tuck into this before the show. Let me know in the chat. Has anyone read the Timothy Zahn version or trilogy? Timothy Zahn trilogy. What did you guys think? If you haven't read it, do you want to read it before the show? I definitely know I'm going to be doing that. Just have just a broader understanding of Thrawn, and just to enrich our experience of seeing him live action. I think that'll be awesome. Brad has absolutely Mr. Ryan. What's happened? What's Orange doing? That's a classic. That's so cool. That is so cool. Just ordered the Thrawn Ascendancy novels. There you go. Jace plans on reading it. Get the ebook, right? Yeah, I'm like, this is like so thick. I don't think I could read through that all. So I'm probably going to get an audiobook, to be honest. Yes, these are the newest ones. Oh yeah, there you go. Go borrow them. Do it. Yeah, right. Me and Brad, we're on the same wavelength, bro. I agree. In Legends with the New Republic Omnibus. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, Jack, how you doing? Heading out to see some more, but I'll watch the replay. Great to just have you pop in. Hope you're doing well. Enjoy the movie. Apparently, it's done quite well. So, hopefully it's good. Absolutely. And the last thing, which wasn't heavily reported upon, but from our very own, from the race squad, Blue 3, Caleb, who is at Celebration, who was in the Ahsoka panel, I said, look, come here. And I asked him, tell me, we got all this news. Tell me something that wasn't reported upon, well, that isn't all over the news stories. Tell me something that we don't know. He had a very interesting bit of information, which I found interesting. That Sabine, and this was actually not just talked about. This was an extra footage they saw in an extended trailer. Sabine wields Ezra's lightsaber. Now, we actually talked about this yesterday, and I wish I put it on the whiteboard because I forget who said it. But someone that kind of called that or said, oh, Sabine has Ezra's saber. What's going to happen there? And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. But yes, Caleb Blue 3 reporting the extra content they got to see in that panel did see Sabine wielding Ezra's saber, which is fascinating. Which is very fascinating. Oh, I just finished that in January. Mwah, very good. Very, very good. All right, OGD. We'll catch you soon, Master. Hope you have a good walk. Have a good walk. Oh, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. The second they announce where it is, I'm starting planning the rave. The rave side begins. I think they're talking about ideas from the EU to incorporate shows, which is good. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's so cool. I kind of let that slip during the interview. Yeah, they kind of started to talk about that. Did they? I must have clicked off then. But they were like, oh, because I think they thought everyone had seen that extended trailer or something. So it was really funny. They were kind of, a bit funny about it. I've heard that Sabine is going to be fighting with his lightsaber quite a bit in the show, which I think is awesome. His thing is fantastic. The other interesting piece of news we got out of this panel is, of course, the directors. And let me tell you that I am quite surprised that Bryce Dallas Howard isn't in this lineup. I actually really thought she was going to get given one here, but yeah, maybe she's busy doing other things, other projects. We don't know. But of course, Dave Filoni, Steph Green, Peter Ramsey, Jennifer Gertzinger, Geeta Patel, and Rick Famuyiwa are the directors for the show. I don't think that's in any particular order, or might be. Don't know. But yeah, cool. I looked up these couple of the guys on IMDb. I don't know all of these directors, but definitely have a look at them. They've got some cool credits to their name, and they very experienced people, very versed people, not kind of, new. We'll just give the new guy, see what he does with it. They're very trusted creators in the film industry, so very, very exciting. Oh, did she? Ming-Na Wen mention it? There you go. That's right. I was meant to mention that, and I was like tweeting about this earlier too. Yes, Steph Green directed the best Boba Fett episode 2 with the Tuskens. Right? I just literally tweeted about this. Isn't that funny? And I totally forgot about that. Exactly. So great credits. They're well-versed people. If you didn't see my tweet, I claimed that Book of Boba Fett episode 2 is like the best live-action episode of Star Wars. That is my claim. Which I know pretty much everyone disagrees with. Ashley is there. She was at the Star Wars panel. She's doing autographs. She did a meetup. She's there. She's hanging out with people. She's doing great stuff with the fans. She's such a great force, isn't she? I like when they have a lot of different directors for the episodes. It can give lots of different feels and approaches. Yeah, I like that, but sometimes like it can work. But I also think there's a lot of room for it to not work. But I don't think that will happen in this show. Absolutely. Geeta Patel directing an episode of House of the Dragon. Absolutely. Hey, Peter, how you doing? I agree, Max. I agree. Yeah, and Rick has got the next 2 episodes of Mando as well. So, essentially the pre-finale and the finale episodes of Mando 3. So that'll be really fascinating to see how these go. What we think of these episodes. That would have been crazy. That would have been cool though. Oh, it's so cool. Absolutely, yeah. That's awesome. She is such a fantastic voice for Star Wars. I love her so much. All right. Well, that's all the Ahsoka panel news I got. 8 episodes. Mikkelsen is back. Kina's back. Zahn is in the works to have some help and consultation. And also fantastic news of hearing that Sabine is going to be using Ezra Saber. I think that's just such an awesome connection. It's going to be so cool. All right, let's talk about next up on the list. What do we got next? Let's go to Acolyte. Let's talk about it. There wasn't a panel for Acolyte, but I just want to talk about it essentially. I'm actually going to do like a much more in-depth video about this later on. But let's talk about this in Dave We Trust, right? The Acolyte of Leslie Headland. Oh my god, she had a brain fart. Leslie Headland had an interview on the live stage. I don't know what it's called. And she spoke with such confidence and wise words about this show. This is a woman who knows what's up with Star Wars and what's up with this show and what she wants to create. One thing I really love about this is that the Acolyte was Leslie Headland's pitch. Like, it was her idea. It was her. She came to Kathleen Kennedy about it and pitched it to her. Which I don't know how often that happens. A lot of the times, I think, you know, creators or, you know, directors or writers for Star Wars are approached. But I want to look into it. I don't know many other projects where it's a creative going to them being like, I think there's a story here that I would love to tell. I think that's just such an awesome show of how, like, how much direction she has and how much belief she has in this. Acolyte should be really interesting. I agree, Ben. I agree. You'll have to grow into it. Let me show you a little bit of this interview. Let's get this up. I'm listening to her. When she got emotional was so insane. Yeah, I agree, Xavier. I'm intrigued to learn about the Jedi. What's that? What does that mean? After that interview, I am now super hyped for the Acolyte, right? So let's get this up. I keep losing where it is. Here it is. Okay. All right. Let's get it up. Cue the music. Okay. All right. Here it is. Okay. Jeez.
We get to the Phantom Menace, but what's different about this era that will surprise fans who maybe
This is
haven't
good. Just
discovered
listen.
the High Republic yet?
This is for
Maybe
you.
they
If you're not
aren't
into it,
into the books
listen.
and comics just yet, maybe this is their first step into
If
that
this
larger
were your
world.
first step, and I hope, you know, if it were, I hope that I do the fans proud, because it is such a beautiful, rich, gorgeous world that people should be investing into as fans, especially like, again, as a fan myself that grew up with a lot of publishing as opposed to media, because we just didn't have any media the way that we do now. I hope that if you watch the Acolyte, it does inspire you to get further into the High Republic, and the publishing phase 1 was incredible.
Hey,
I think
Ahsoka.
it was just astonishing. I think that
Dan.
one of the things that would be helpful to
you
kind
see my
of
TikTok
put
about
in
this, Dan?
perspective is that we're at the end of that era and moving more into George's era of the Phantom Menace. So my question became, as
Yeah, let's pause it there. Let's pause it there because she's already said like 5 really interesting things. So she talks about how her knowledge, her basis of knowledge of Star Wars, she saw the movies, the original trilogy, and she's really into the EU. We got a lot. Do we have EU fans in the chat? Legends fans? We got you? When she said the special editions and prequels saved her life, I was like, this is amazing. Love her. Yeah, absolutely, Tomb Raider. So she just spoke about then, about how she really, like, yeah, back in the 90s, before anything else was really coming out, all she had was...
I hope that if you watch the Acolyte, it does inspire you to get further into the High Republic and do the
Yeah.
fans proud, because it is such a beautiful, rich, gorgeous world that people should be investing into as fans, especially like, again, as a fan myself that grew up
As a fan herself.
with a lot of publishing as opposed to
So with the
media,
books,
because we just
comics.
didn't have any media the way that we do now. I hope that if
That's
you
awesome.
watch the
That's so
Acolyte,
cool.
it does inspire you
Right.
to get further into the High Republic, and the publishing phase 1
Lots
was
of us like the EU
incredible.
Legends
I
because so
think
many
it
years.
was
That's all we
just
had. Exactly.
astonishing.
So I mean, like she's at that same point, and that's such an interesting place to come from as a Star Wars, as a show executive producer. Like, again, like what I was saying before, a lot of people get approached. Like, I don't really have anything against, you know, people that get approached for, you know, now currently, but like she's been a fan for so long, and she has such she's saying she grew up reading the EU content and books and comics because, you know, they didn't have shows, but and she's a fan herself. That does do a lot for Star Wars creatives. That, first of all, like it's not a must, I think, with Star Wars creatives. It's definitely not a must, but it does just add thickness back to our thickness. their understanding of Star Wars is broad, but it's also deep. Oh my God, Laryl. Yeah, I know Tash Sultana. Are you a fan? Thank you for the $2 dues, friend. Some of the EU stuff was weird and goofy, but also amazing, like Mara Jade and Thrawn, right? Exactly. Jacob knows I know nothing about EU religions. There you go. Well, some people are different. I enjoy a lot from EU. This has me interested. Anyway, absolutely. I'm glad.
I think
Let's
that
keep
one of the
let's keep
things
hearing
that
this.
would be helpful to kind of put in perspective is that we're at the end of that era and moving more into George's era of the Phantom Menace. So my question became, as a fan, when I initially pitched the show to Kathleen, which was
So
an
she
original
pitched it.
idea with new characters and not connecting it to
So, like,
Skywalker
she's just
Saga or any of the
They're
existing
going,
characters
there's a
in the High
story
Republic.
here.
What I wanted to introduce the fans to the concept too was, how do you reconcile the Jedi at the height of their power, the galaxy at the height of this age of enlightenment and peace, and who George says they become at the top of the Phantom Menace? And to me, that meant, why don't you tell a story about Star Wars from the perspective of the villains, of the bad guys? And if those bad guys are outnumbered at this point, then that means that you get this opportunity to see how the Jedi very subtly go from who they were in the High Republic and the Old Republic and who they became by the time you're watching episodes 1, 2, and 3.
It's like mic drop. I'm like, damn. I think when I was watching this, I had the same reaction of, I think, everyone there, of just like, shit, she knows what she, like, not that I thought she didn't know what she was talking about, but it's like, that is such a great take. It's a great point where she's talking about, we have, even before the High Republic, the Old Republic, there's such an era there. And how do we get to the point of the prequel era and what happens there? We know there's a fall. We know they get corrupted. Well, the fall was kind of in the prequel era, but how does that happen? And she just wants to explore that. And she, talks about how important of a storyline that is. You buy my first book on that era today. Oh, what did you buy? That's awesome. Absolutely. Me too, Wolves. So good. But how do people? Whoa. How do people feel about her comments there? I loved. I made a quick reel about it last night because I was like, even I didn't know really what Acolyte was about, what the purpose of it was, where it's going. We only still know little bits and pieces, but I just think her explanation there is such a great basis for us to understand. Oh, this might actually be such a fantastic show to explore the Force, the fall of the Jedi, and everything in between that era and just before the prequels. She also says something there about, she wants to explore that whole how did the Jedi get to the point of the prequels, but she said from the point of view of the the bad guys, the Sith, evil, whoever, which I think is just such a cool take. We don't really have a lot of that in Star Wars, and I think that's awesome. Essentially. I could feel her emotions toward the fans' receptions when she did. It saved her life. Absolutely. Let's keep what did she say here?
That's awesome. And I can tell from the way you referred to Phase 1 that you are a big Star Wars The High Republic publishing fan. I can tell. Do we have any other Star Wars The High Republic fans in the house who are also very excited for The Acolyte?
Again, I'm gonna do a whole last video on this later.
It is such an honor to be here. Like, Star Wars saved my life.
Like this moment.
Like, I know that
I think this is such a moment that so many people experience, and probably most of you have experienced, of like that sentence right there.
It's like,
even the truth is, like, we are so spoiled now with Star Wars media. I
Good
know that
point here.
I know that it can feel sometimes like, well, I like this thing and I don't like that thing, and if you don't like the Acolyte, that's fine. It doesn't
What
matter.
an interesting thing to say.
The reality is
That's
that
awesome.
Star Wars, in and of itself, is not just a vast universe full of many different characters, many different eras, but it is always about the spiritual journey of what it is to become who you are.
Damn. It's so good. It's so good.
And that's why I am so overwhelmed and grateful to be here, and beyond overwhelmed and grateful to be allowed as a filmmaker to experience what it is like to actually tactilely make something in this world. That is
Like-
beyond my wildest
like,
dreams, and I can't
honestly,
wait to
this
show
is-
you guys
this
more. I
is
wish I could.
Dave
We
level
are still
passion for
shooting,
me.
so I can't. We're not done yet, so we don't have enough to show yet. But hopefully you will be able to see it soon.
That's awesome. Like she's just so. It's not just, oh yeah, it's been fun to do Star Wars. Not trying to dig anyone specifically, but like the reverence she speaks about, the story she wants to tell is just amazing. Amazing. Yes, this is my like whole purpose. I'm like, if you take anything away from the stream, I think a lot of people are just kind of either neutral or like, Acolyte, don't know. Be open-minded about this show. I think it's going to be really, really good. I think it's just with the creator and executive producer. I'm not sure who's doing the direction. I don't know if she's directing anything on it, but for the executive producer on this to have that reverence, that honestly matches Dave's passion. It's amazing. Absolutely. Can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, you're a newbie. I love that. Best decision you ever made. We are so glad you're here. I don't see this amount of passion from directors discussing their films. I love this, right? Like, they can't talk about it. Oh, it's been, fun to work on Star Wars or whatever. But, like, she's just so engaged with what she's creating for Star Wars. That's like, this is a person who I think George Lucas would love to have support. Like, if this was 10 years earlier or whatever, like, if George was here, I think this is someone he would trust to be like, have a show. Or like, do this, have this. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool. Amazing. The fans just want someone passionate about the IP, and we feel like they care. Enough of the suits making all the decisions. Wow, like stumped me there. Yeah, Xavier, I agree. Absolutely. I do hope there is some connection to actually, that brings me to my other kind of point about this. Some of you might be High Republic fans, some of you might not have a clue about the High Republic, but a very big fan favorite from the books is Jedi Vern, what's her last name? Vern Rowe. And she is going to be in the Acolyte series, which is super exciting. I've read the book she's in. Where is it? I thought I had the books. Oh, I didn't. It's good timing. She's been in a couple of the stories. She was this was like a young adult, not a young adult. Is it young adults? I don't know. But that's her there as a kid, as a Padawan. But she continues to, exist. She continues to live in the High Republic series. And she's making an appearance in the Acolyte show, which is awesome. So some of you might be High Republic fans, and if you are, that is definitely a piece of news for you. You guys would love that. I've read this book. It's actually a pretty good book for a young adult's book. Quite simple, quite straight to the point. It's not that long. Quite a good book. But she's a cool character, and she's going to be heading into the show, which I think is awesome. Haven't read the books. I know not a lot of people maybe haven't read the books, but for those of you who have, be excited for that. Schizo, I've read 2 High Republic books. They were good. Just haven't had time to read more with college classes. Yeah, I've got more High Republic books than I've read. I need to get into that, but we all have like 50 Star Wars books we should read. I tried reading the first High Republic adult book, but kind of lost interest at that time. I should give it another shot. It was a Light of the Jedi. Light of the Jedi. Oh, I saw you. Actually, Julie, is that what you're talking about? haven't gotten into the horror book. I'm not sure where to start. Question answered. Light of the Jedi. I don't know everything about the chronological flow of the High Republic, but I know this is a good starting point and the most common one. This was the first book of Phase 1. It's kind of convoluted because then other books later on happened before the events of this book, but this is the starting point. Star Wars Light of the Jedi. Interesting read. That's the one you ordered? Awesome. Interesting read. If you wanted just to get a taste, just get an experience of the High Republic, I definitely just recommend reading this book. You don't have to commit to every other book in the series, but this is a good like one-off. It's thick, it's interesting story, characters, and you can kind of stop after it if you want to. But yeah, there you go. That's my little spiel about High Republic. I really haven't read a lot of it, but what I have read, I've enjoyed. Brad, you know what? We're working hard. We're in session. We are in counselling. Me and Karth. We're working through things. That was the run was ready. You found that boring, dude. Did you get past like really? The first like third of this book is like insane. But that's fair. Everyone each to their own. Now we just need an Old Republic show. That would be cool if we went back and forth between Tython and Korriban. Well, the movie is that's extremely Old Republic, isn't it? Yeah. So, okay, yeah, a show maybe. The High Republic seems like a very convoluted era to get into. There's books, comics, kids' books, I think as well. There seems to be a lot. There is a lot. Chicken Texas didn't like the book. Wow. We're getting mixed reviews here. I'm like, this is a great story if you just want to read like action in the galaxy. Wow. But Chicken Texas didn't. Not a fan. Yeah, I wonder, Dan. I wonder if it's gonna be the 2027 one. Maybe not. I don't know. We don't know. I would say so, yes. That is the one to start with. There's one to start with. Ran out of time with classes starting up. I enjoyed what I read so far. Okay, good. That's good. Yes, so Vern, Jedi, she's a Jedi, Master Jedi, and she will be showing up in Acolyte. Very excited for that. What other news did I have to tell you today? Return of the Jedi panel. I don't have any photos from that, but Billy D. Williams and Ian McDermott, Warwick Davis, Anthony Daniels showed up for the panel. It was very cool to see them all on the panel. It was really awesome to hear them speaking. They talked a little bit about it. I did think Mark was probably going to make a live action appearance. Like he was going to appear at the panel, but both Mark Hamill and let me take this off the screen. Both Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford sent in video messages to everyone, which is super nice. But yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. The lady playing Hera looked really excited. I love that. But yeah, that was a really fun one. They talked a little bit about the making of Return of the Jedi and just a little bit about the production of it, which was really cool. That was streamed live. So where's the live stream? That was streamed live. So that where you can actually go back and watch that. Why does this keep going away? Hang on. Let me show this. So it's near the middle of the. Here we go. Yeah. So they have all the panelists here, and Ming-Na Wen did the panel. Like she was the interviewer, which was awesome. And they told so many cool stories and everything. Look, there's Palpy getting the makeup on. Ian McDermott there. Ian McDermott's so fun. He's a funny guy. He was cracking a lot of jokes in the in the panel. It was awesome. It was really, really cool. Absolutely. I'm hoping, I swear to God, I don't think it'll come to Australia because we're just so slow with things. But I hope it comes to Australia. But yeah, it is coming out to some theaters. Return of the Jedi, which is awesome. Go check it out. Just go look it up. I think, there you go, Dan. 28th to the May the 4th. That's awesome. We're going to go see it? You're going to go see it? It's going to be awesome. I will definitely head to the theater to revisit Return of the Jedi. Right, because I think a lot of us haven't experienced that in theaters. So I think that'll be so, so fun. Yeah, there you go. Exactly, Jaeger. You haven't been able to experience a movie, Star Wars movie in the theater, so being able to watch Return of the Jedi is going to be an experience. It's going to be awesome. I think that's such an awesome thing to do to celebrate this movie. It's so, so cool to see. You know it. You know it. Happy days though, but yeah, I think that's awesome. I really thought someone's gonna show up. One thing they didn't mention Carrie. Unless I clicked away or something for a minute. I didn't hear them mention Carrie. They mentioned her a little bit. I thought they were gonna mention her a little more, but that's okay. Yeah, I hope so too, Wolves. Hope we all get to go see it. And of course, kind of the last big thing that we had to talk about today is Tales of the Jedi announced. Season 2, it's happening, it's coming. We don't know when, we don't know how. Well, probably Disney Plus, but we don't know who. So let's talk about that. Season 2 of Tales of the Jedi is coming back. So very excited. I think almost everyone just wanted more of this. So let's talk about this. What do you guys want to see from season 2? What do we want to know? It's happening. It is happening. So this was confirmed at the Clone Wars 15-year anniversary panel. They confirmed this, announced this, and make me feel so old. There you go. There you go. It's coming back. It's coming back. Dark beer or light beer in Australia? What does that mean? Like what I prefer? Or like what exists here? Also, hey Saj, when did you come in here? Barris and Plo Koon. Oh, that would be a great duo. Tales of Jedi were great, wasn't it? It was absolutely awesome, Rodney. Honestly, Bastilla Shanka Crazy Season 2. Is that who I'm trying to find in KOTOR? DB. Really? Nice, Wolves. I hope you enjoy. Malgus, that'll be a cool one. Yeah, Xavier agreeing. I'm a big Plo fan. My favorite Plo Koon, Jedi Starfighter in the back there. Big Plo Koon fan, so I would love to see him. I think he's really just nuanced character. Like he's got a lot of complexities to him, the way he thinks. So I'd love to see more about him. Tales of the Sith as well. Not gonna lie, to finish up that arc with more that never saw the light of day. Yeah, I would love. I really think they should be expanding. You know what? They could still call it Tales of the Jedi and maybe just explore different Force users of it with it. So they could have Sith in these stories. You know, well, Count Dooku ended up not being a Jedi, so you know what I mean. I don't know. Basic training. Pretty much what we saw some of the first season, but some good stories about certain Jedi. As for who, I do not know. I would say probably light beer. Probably light. Like, I prefer light beer as well. I know, yeah. And well done, you've succeeded. I'm triggered now because of Kiadi. God damn it. I swear to God, if we get a Kiadi Monday Tales of Jedi, I'm gonna... That's my line. That's my line. That's when I walk away from Star Wars. Oh, God, Sin City. It's torture. Luke and Ben? You know what? They could actually totally do that. They could jump forward. That'd be sweet. Actually, we should talk about this more. Foster's doesn't exist here. I've never heard of Foster's. I've never seen... You can't go to the shop and buy Foster's. It doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure it only exists in America. Like, I've never seen it here. I don't know why you... What? What? Anyway. That's really funny. You know what? That's an underrated Kiadi-Mundi. That's an underrated Kiadi-Mundi quote. Your mother. Was there any news about Dawn of the Jedi? Not really. Nothing extra to what we got of day one. Just about, this biblical epic action movie, 25,000 years before Phantom Menace, I believe. Yes, I heard it was sold as Australian beer, which is hilarious because you couldn't walk into any pub or liquor store to buy that. I've never seen it before. Transformers life-size statues in Australia right now at some zoo. What? What are you saying, Sajid? What? See, exactly, right? Plo could survive. Foster's here in the UK. You hate it. Yeah, is it good? It doesn't sound good. Also, I got a bone to pick with Outback Steakhouse. Because that doesn't exist here. And you all bloody sell, what are they called? Blooming onions? What is that? That's not Australian. I don't know why you'd be like, oh, this Australian blooming onion. Like, I've never had one before in my lifetime. You could not find that in any restaurant. What is that? Why is that Australian? You're living a lie. Correct. Right answer. My favorite Coyote moment was when he was shot, right? Yes, Sin City. Yes, you get it. You get it. I'm very excited for her project. Kenny was funny in the Clone Wars. Was when he did the joke to Anakin and Ahsoka after the fight on Geonosis. Yeah, that's right. Letting a Point Rain. Well, what did I win? Sorry, Master. The game. What did I win? 47 kills. Whatever the hell he says. Right. Oh, that's cool, Ben. They're really happy with what he's done in Indiana Jones. That's why James Mangold. James Mangold. Let's go with that. Got his Star Wars movie. That's cool. That is very, very cool. I don't know where it's coming from. Let's do it like an investigation into Foster's. It's so crazy. We went to Outback today. There you go. Oh, this is really funny. Yes, I'm telling you, you're just making stuff up. Man, yeah, amazing. Love Outback. So crazy. You know what? When I went to Celebration last year in Anaheim, I had a Coors. I don't think I had Bud Light. I had Coors though, which I enjoyed. It's quite a light beer. It's not that strong. It's pretty good. Very good Kieta Monday impression. Maybe you're a fan. Don't insult me, Sajid. Don't insult me. How dare you? We boycott Outback for Hannah. That's hilarious. I think you convinced John Boyega to come back. I want to see him as a Jedi alongside Rey so bad. Absolutely. I don't think he's a Jedi though. Like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe I'm being cynical. But I would love to see him back in something. I agree. I think John definitely deserves a better story to be told of his character. Absolutely. Outback Steakhouse lore. Yeah, it's going to be the next video. Yeah, I think he could too. That's a great question, Max. Question for Jaeger. How did you get into Star Wars? If you're a new fan, how did you get into it? Yeah, I reckon that's how it happened, Chicken Texas. Oh, good God. Anyway, Tales of the Jedi, very exciting. What are you talking about, Sin City? Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Oh, that, 15. I agree with that. Dude, I skipped that. I didn't even see it. Sorry. Nice, Jaeger. Nice. Alrighty, well, that's kind of all the news of day 2 of Star Wars Celebration. Incredible Ahsoka coverage. Hang on, we can go to the other. Let's go to the other screen now. There we go. Incredible Ahsoka coverage. 8 episodes. Lars Mikkelsen, Kaina. Great news. This Ahsoka's going to be so good. I'm so excited. I think for Ahsoka, we'll definitely do watch parties. I don't usually do watch parties. We did it for the Bad Batch finale. But it was super fun. I definitely think we'll do it for Ahsoka because we're just going to lose our mind the whole time, I'm pretty sure. So very excited for that. What did you guys love most about the info that came out today? Oh, we didn't talk too much about Kenobi. Was I meant to talk about Kenobi? Kathleen Kennedy was caught saying in an interview that it's not in active development. Kenobi isn't in active development, which is for season 2. But never say never, which is interesting. But yeah, anyway, just randomly. I'll bring the blue popcorn. I love it. I love it. Can we get a Ray Vision? I wonder what your views is while you're streaming. A Ray Vision? What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, as in like what I'm looking at? Is that what you mean? I don't know. I thought you meant like a force vision, like dream. That's hilarious. Leave him be. My favorite info is there's no Kenobi season 2. See, Sads, that's where I'm the opposite of you, bro. Because I'm like, I tweeted about this going like, I'm actually pretty disappointed about it because, I don't know, like I feel like they could make so many improvements with more time, not being in COVID restrictions. I think they learned a lot from season 1. I feel like a season 2, they could really expand the story and really focus in on Kenobi's experience. So I was really hopeful for that, but well, we're not going to be getting it for a little while. Thank you, Sin City. You members need numbers. Yes, we'll get to that soon. I don't know when we'll do that, but very soon. We'll get to it so soon. Thank you. Yes, that happened midstream. I don't know. I forgot who pointed that out to me. Someone mentioned it. But again, if you didn't hear it before, thank you so much for the 2.5K. This has been an insane journey. It's just the beginning. We're just starting to get into everything here at the Race House. So it's been so fun to be live streaming. And make sure you do stick around. Even we're not only live streaming for Celebration. Every week we're going to be doing 2 to 3 streams a week. We do gaming, we review shows, and when Mando finishes, we'll be into doing some builds. I think we're going to be making some props and things like that. Star Wars props, and then we've got Jedi Survivor coming out soon, which we're gonna binge stream that. We're gonna binge play that. It's gonna be awesome. So we'll have lots of fun discussions to go about. I think Kenobi's in development, but they can't say anything about it yet. It was secret for so long before season 1 was announced. That's true. That's true. Oh no, that was it's probably about 1400. I'd say DB. I think 1400. See the Clone Wars Comic-Con where they voice everyone choked about talking about Satine? Yes! Oh my god, I saw that. It's so good. I love Satine so much. I'll choke up about Satine. She's awesome. She's awesome. Alright guys, well thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Make sure you do stay in the know, hit that notification bell. Hopefully it works most of the time. And we'll be back here same time tomorrow. I think we're going to do the hour later. Just for the next 2 streams, the next 2 days. We're going to be starting at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 10 a.m. here in Australia. It just gives me just a little bit more leeway because I have to go to bed quite late because of the coverage of everything. So we'll be doing that for the next 2 days. We still got 2 more days. We're only halfway through. So tomorrow we've got it's not the massive things, but we've got a Villains of the sequel trilogy. We've got a look back of Kenobi, and we've got Lucasfilm Publishing. So if you're into Star Wars books and want to get into them, we might get some interesting reveals and discussions in those panels. So that's coming up in day 3 of Celebration. It was really fun to actually go through some of the interviews. So I think we might do more of that in the live stream tomorrow as well. Did you guys enjoy that? Taking a look at some of the best parts of conversations. Was that fun? Did you find that interesting? I hope I opened some people's eyes about Acolyte. I really do hope you guys take notice of it now. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully that's good. And having a bit of a weep about how cute Lars Mikkelsen is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You enjoyed it? Sin said yes. Yeah, actually, yeah. Survivor trailer reportedly to come out. That'll be cool. It was awful. I almost cried again. I love it. Trihar saying, yeah, it was interesting. That's awesome. That's awesome. Maybe post-credit. Oh, yeah, is Bad Batch tomorrow? When's Bad Batch? Bad Batch is the day after. Bad Batch is the day after panel. But hopefully we get that. That's okay, Jaeger. We'll still wait. This really changed my preconceived thought. Good! I'm so glad. Alright, gang. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Just hang out. Enjoy. I'll see you over on the Discord if we're going to hang out over there. Enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Hannah, and always choose the race side. Roar! We missed you, Dale. I'm so sorry. You're catching this right at the end. I'm so sorry. Have a rewatch. Good thing is we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, Dale. If a race stand channel, you mean you stand me, then yes. Love your day, you champion. Is it over? Oh, what? This always happens. Why does this always happen? People always come right at the end. Cake Jaffa, go and jump. Just jump it in. I'm about to end it. Hannah does the fighter. Oh, jeez. How do I do a TIE fighter? No, it needs to be higher. There we go. Oh, Ray's and Daisy Ridley. No, well, that's not how you spell Ray. The character of Ray is R-E-Y, but my name is R-A-E. Yes. So no, that's just my name. Ray is just my name. It's my last name. Easily confused. Easily confused. I can't do a TIE. I need to work on my TIE fighter sound actually. Can't do it. Everyone does streams at the same time. I know, it's so tricky. Keep practicing. I love that, DB. I love how you're honest. Love how you're honest. No. Nope. Keep practicing. Yeah, a lot of people do. And then they find out it's just my name. It's just who I am. Deal with it. Alright, let's get out of here. Appreciate you all. I'll catch you next time. See you tomorrow.